Hey, it's TechEd Kirsch. In this video, I'll show you how to create a digital low ticket product that's say $27, $29 to get trust in your followers from your followers. So you can pitch them on your higher tiered courses and your high ticket coaching. So let's go ahead and create one. I'm using LearnWorlds. If you're not sure how to use LearnWorlds or if you're considering whether to buy it, it's a great choice because you get AI course building features. I'm using the $99 plan. Forgot the camera was here. I'm using a $99 plan Pro. That's pretty much all you need to get started. Really, a $29 plan works fine too, but I like the $99 plan. So let's go ahead and once you start your thing, you have this, like once you start your account, you have the option to create a bunch of courses. And on the plan I'm on, $99, you can create like, seems like infinite courses. So you go ahead, choose create course, right? Then it'll ask you to set up your course. What you want to do is go to wherever your document that you would have made from, let's say, your ChatGPT with a course title and all that stuff. If you brainstorm it, if you don't know how to brainstorm an online course with like with AI or something, then that's perfectly fine. I either have or created tutorial videos for you to do that. So I would call this course is named uh, the Pro Hardware PCB Designer Roadmap, right? How would you describe the content? This is essentially a complete guide to a step-by-step project-based roadmap to go from beginner to job ready in 6 to 12 months, okay? So what I do is go back to the descriptor, upload a cover image. What's great is that it has unsplash image access, so you can hit PCB, and then it'll give you options for like um, hired electronics engineer, and there you go. You can have it like this. This is a good image because it shows somebody actually working in a role. Then hit continue. PCB hardware Pro Hardware PCB Design Engineer Roadmap, good enough for a URL. That's where you set the URL. Then you want to select course access. Do you want it to be a draft, free, paid? Definitely paid. So we'll click continue under paid. What's the price of the course? $29. What is the discounted price if applicable? No, thank you. This is already great value. Pick a page template. You can keep the default themes layout or select a page layout based on another course. So I'm going to choose select a page layout. I'll go with get hired in 30 days, click finish. Once that's created, you can start building with AI. This is my favorite feature. You can also build from scratch, but we'll build with AI. Scroll down to we'll click on the button and scroll down to create activities based on a resource, URL file, or text. So I'm going to go ahead and copy my text here from the actual document, which I close. One moment, let me get that. Okay, so you'd get this from your document that you would have created once you filled out your lesson planning, or, a quick hack is to speak to ChatGPT and have it create the lesson plan for you. Then you copy paste from that. Then you go back to the tab with the URL, paste your text, then hit generate. It will generate the content resources for you, the lessons. Thing about that is you you want to select what type of lessons that it's allowed to create. A lot of these, I like them to be in video format. Be aware of the PCB terms, or you can put them in text format. It's totally up to you. A lot of these seem to be books, like ebooks. You can change the activity type. So let's say you want, let me see, introduction to mesh method. That should be a video. Watch this to understand how PCBs are made. Very nice. Become aware of the PCB terms. So let's say I want to change this activity to a link, for instance, an external link or a live session. I can do that. Or ebook that has a link in it, like some text or whatever. I'll leave it as video because you can embed video. This is all fine and good. I'm going to insert content. I may need to change some things as I go on, but the whole point of this thing is to get some speed up. All right. So if I want to go to, I can do the settings and from a video, from an all school video from Wistia or digital download. Looks like it would have been better to make this just something that links to a YouTube video. So I'm going to hit cancel and I can rephrase the activity, suggest activities below or whatever. What I'll do is copy this, add an activity, and make this a YouTube video. All right. Hit Control V paste, save and edit. Copy and paste your embed code. So I do have the video for this, right? This is just an example, by the way, to show you the process. This is fine. Do a share, choose the embed code option, copy that. Let's put it, I'm just showing you an example of how this works. Oh, by the way, I use Content Creator Machine for course creation as well. If you're curious about how to make a course on Content Creator Machine, which is basically repackaged high-level software, then you can do that. Now let's go back to our copy and paste your embedded code option. You can add a digital download if you want, like a checklist of everything they talked about in a PCB design fabrication thing. Really easy to make that. Pull the YouTube transcript, have ChatGPT generate that, and boom, you can set it as a download. You can set your background image for the learning activity. I won't. And hit save. You can also password protect learning activities. Basically here, for the entire lesson, you would copy and paste this thing, right? For phase 1, getting started, copy, paste. Say this is paid to make it visible, hit save. Do that with each of your sections. You could say phase 2, PCB layout, or you don't even have to say phase 2. Include your topics, Control C, go back to your description for this thing, set to paid to make it visible. That's basically the same thing as setting it to published. Then phase 3, make sure you let them know that they're in the appropriate phase or whatever. Set that to paid, save. I would add a bonus section here. So it looks like it left out the section for bonus. So I'm going to include that by clicking the plus add section below, then call this bonus. Okay. Set that to paid. Then you can add the bonus. You could also create activities with AI. So let's say you want this to be no exams. We don't need exams. We don't want videos either, just ebooks. Then set the URL, paste that, generate the activities. So you don't have to manually paste. Boom. You don't have to manually paste and set up each time. And there you go, bonus. Then for the career launch, set that as paid. Oh, this is where we include, I forgot to give this the right proper section. Portfolio. Well, let's see here. Maybe this would be phase. Actually, one second. Okay, so I organized that. Now we have career launch, which you can copy paste this content. Set that to paid. And there you go. We have our bonus, and I would add advanced PCB layout as one of the bonuses. Or instead of putting that, I can rearrange some things. So here we have hardware electronics. I'll put this project as project 5. Make sure to hit save. Call this project 5B. So I'm just showing you how to rename projects. Then you could zoom, you could drag it up. I don't want this lesson or project here, so I'll delete it. I understand this action cannot be done. Click OK. That's how you delete a project. If I want to drag another project up there, I can do it that way. And this looks good. So now notice I don't have any videos up here. So I want at least one video. Let's see. Oh, here I want to delete this unnecessary video because I already have the YouTube link that I added on here. Then I want a welcome video. So you can upload an activity like MP4. So we'll go into our videos, find my course overview video. Okay, so here's my video, complete hardware PCB design roadmap. Upload that. If your video files are particularly large, you want to compress them using Handbrake. Handbrake is a free software tool you use to compress videos so that they don't take up so much space in your platform. Comes in handy. It also helps things load much faster when your videos are compressed, but you compress them in such a way that they maintain mostly the same quality. This will notify me when it's ready as it processes that thing. Very interesting. I actually haven't used this video upload for creating course material, learning activities before. I wonder what it's going to end up doing. Because if this can make course activities automatically from videos, holy shisa. It says I can leave the page. So what I'll do is go to the course page layout. So you want to edit this layout to look attractive. Now, let's say you chose a layout that you're like, this is actually not what I wanted. You can click on this next icon and then it'll pop up a different layout. And there you go. So a proven path to getting your next job as a PCB designer or hardware engineer in 6 months. Right. So you hit enroll. I would say I would prefer to say no certificates. In fact, I might just delete this whole like set of columns to be honest. And hit the delete option. I think there are 4 chapters in here. No certification. 3. No, I'd say there are at least like 10 PDF guides. 10 detailed guides. Let's say 10 questions. 5 videos. 4 PDFs. 7 PDFs. Something. Become a top PCB designer. Okay, you could say you become a top candidate. You will learn how to design like a pro hardware PCB designer or industry, not as a hobbyist. There are key principles that companies look for that do not depend on the complexity of boards you make. You will learn how to update your portfolio, resume, LinkedIn, and communication and interview styles to get offers instead of rejections for interviews. Well, communication and storytelling. There we go. Okay, so we have PCB layout. This shows the sections out of everything. I would not put the detailed core stuff. I would replace this. I would delete it. Set the instructor, in fact, I don't even want to put the instructor thing. I'll just delete it. There we go. And then for the image, we'll change this. That's general. For the background, you want to change that to the appropriate image. There we go. Get hired in 30 days is, nope, that's not realistic. Get hired in 180 days. Okay, then I would save this. Take a look at the preview. Now, this still doesn't give enough information, so what we want to do is copy the landing page info. Okay, we copy this stuff that ChatGPT made, and then I would add a section, and this would just be text. Straight up text. Paste it. Delete this box. Paste that text in there. You may want to add some additional text, like to make things pop out or stand out. So copy and paste that text from there. Change the style to heading 4, for instance, or heading 3. And maybe put this to center. I gotta be honest, this is much easier than using high level to make a course. If you do want to use high level to make a course though, and sales page or whatever, then check out my video on how to do that, and I show that to you step by step. They have the call to action to get the roadmap for $29. So here's where you want to add a button. Enroll. There we go. Pearl Harbor and Judah. Yep. You see it knows, it has the context. Then you put in what you'll get, right? So you can add text, H2 normal, cut that, paste. I might change this to heading 3. So I like that the heading is right in there. You can align center. And then what you'll get, this stuff in that checklist, $297 bonus value included. What I would do is I would duplicate this with the +1, and then you send that down 1, cut that text, paste it where it's supposed to be. I can duplicate this text, drop it down, and now in effect, I'll make another duplicate. Paste that good stuff. Why this roadmap works. Wait, what's the full, where does the full phase, hold up. What you'll get goes to full phase. Great. Why this roadmap works. Okay. We'll duplicate that text. Most courses teach theory, blah, blah, blah. Great. And then you want to do start building your hardware career today. Duplicate it. Drop that down there. Then we'll include some text. It says, well, okay. We'll cut this text, put it where it's supposed to be, and then duplicate this text, drop it down. Start billing your, okay. Get instant access for $29. Copy. And you may want to make it whatever colors work for that, right? So, ew, no. We'll go back to black. Bold it. And then here in the text content editor, you can add some more like edits to this thing. You can make it normal, you can make it large. put in the center, and then duplicate the button. Well, looks like I can't duplicate the button, so that's fine. Go back to buttons, buttons for enrollment. There we go. Don't need this part. Complete certification option. I like the option part, which means that if they put in their assignments, like if they demonstrate that they actually finished the projects, then I would approve them and they get a certification. This looks good. Save the page, hit preview. I like the contrast. I don't know how I feel about this layout or format, so I would move this section up, save, preview again. It's a good summary. You learn how to design like pro and how does obvious. Right, and then once you click on enroll, it takes you to. Now, I like the idea of putting the enrollment and checkout page right at the bottom. So let's see if we can find that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Save. I like how it tells you there's an incomplete payment zone somewhere. You know what? Let's delete it. I don't want to think about that. They click on the button and enroll. There are three opportunities to enroll, so it should be easy. All right. Then once you're done with that, you need to share the course. So we're on page editing right now. You can do things like create funnels for this thing, do pop-ups. You can add a pop-up. What I'll do is hit back, general. For access, you click on the access option, choose copy URL. That copies it. Course expiration, I would say set this to 6 months. Do not apply to all courses unless you plan to do that. Go back up, click save. Then you can hit preview course page. You can also preview course player. It seems that the video is not ready. The first thing you want them to see is some kind of video. So go back into course outline. Then this is the welcome video. I'm going to preview that. Okay, and there you go. I would definitely change some of these to ebooks and all that stuff. But one more thing you want to add here, whether it's a video lesson or whatever, the first thing you want to put in is the PDF that they're supposed to get. So what you'll do is go to add an activity. Include the PDF. Well, actually, add an activity, ebook, blank ebook. Here's the roadmap. You save and edit. Then you want to grab that roadmap, that guide. Make sure your permissions are such that your settings here, uncheck allow editors to change file permissions. Then you want to go to share, copy link. Don't worry about these. Start building from scratch. Ebook heading, that's fine. The complete hardware PCB design roadmap guide. Add a section where you can embed a file, but don't embed the file. Just go to media and text and then add some text. Here's the guide. Please do not share. And then paste the link. Or if you don't want to do it like that, like if that's kind of tacky, PCB designer roadmap. You can then highlight the text, add a link, choose a URL, copy paste, well, paste the URL and choose new window. I like how new window is the only choice. Thank goodness. Preview. And that's the PCB designer roadmap. Then you can scroll down and they'll see all these different things here. Then you could choose to edit the learning unit. And say, watch the intro video, the lesson after this, to learn about how to use this roadmap. Okay. Hit save. That's how you edit a text document or an ebook inside of LearnWorlds. Boom. So they immediately get the roadmap. They immediately get an intro video after that. And then they get like other things after that as well. Okay. I'm not going to need this video since it's already in the PDF guide. Once you're done with the course outline and you have your general and access is good, set to paid, you're going to copy your URL for price that has the right pricing. Your pricing is good. You can create payment plans, create bundles, create subscriptions, track user progress, modify your course player to something that's more, interesting or whatever. You can hide the left path player if you want. I would not do that. Start section numbering from 0. You can do that. You can show complete section titles. Yes. So show complete learning titles. You can allow free navigation, sequential navigation. I'd say when the learner passes all exams and certificates, or when they pass a specific exam or certificate. Save. You have the video library, so you can bulk upload videos and then add them into any of your lessons. You can set automations. If you want to automate, you need to upgrade and change it to however much per month. I don't like the idea of having to spend money to email my students, so good luck with that. Then there's a dashboard that shows you who's enrolled, course insights, AI course insights, at your activity matrix, the users who are inside the course, certificates, gradebook for assignments, reviews that you need to get done, any course forms like if you want them to give feedback on the course. But yeah, you're you're in business. If you wanted to start your first digital product in LearnWorlds, this is how you do it using the power of artificial intelligence. One video, one document, and your expertise or knowledge. Let me know if you have any questions. What you want to do then is do marketing and messaging, like using AI or not, to build a following on social media, talk to whoever's around who's within your niche to get them to buy into your cheap little $7, $11.99, $29 thing, just to get them to and make sure it solves a huge pain point that would get them to trust, to be exposed to your process and then start trusting you. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you next time.